In this modern world today, dating, they say, is really hard. Dating is exhausting. You'll find most men who are desperate, who are needy, they all don't have girlfriends. Even if they do have girlfriends, their girlfriends leave them after like moments of intensity, moments of excitement, their girlfriends leave. What causes that? See, most people, they make someone they date their highest priority in their lives. They make that someone have power over them. You see, dating shouldn't be the whole thing about your life. If you make someone the center of your life, then that's why dating can be exhausting for you. That's why you find yourself not happy when that person replies. That's why you always overthink everything. That's why you say maybe they are with someone. It's because you depend on that person for happiness. For example, let me make an example about me. There was this girl. Um, she was not like my girlfriend or anything, but I made her the center of my life. You know, when she wasn't texting me, I always used to overthink a lot. I wouldn't be happy. I would always check my phone, whether she responded or not. I'll always still overthink everything. I'll always think, why didn't she answer? What is she doing? She's online. She just posted a status. Why is she answering my messages? That made me overthink a lot of things. That's the problem with me. The problem was not with her. I don't care whether she was busy or whatsoever. The problem was with me. I put my happiness upon someone else's life. If she answered me, I was going to be happy. Say, yes, she answered. But when she didn't answer, I was going to be like, what's wrong? Am I the problem? You see, I made my worth depend on someone. I made my happiness depend on someone. That's why dating can be exhausting. You will have these thoughts about, wow, why doesn't she like me? Why this and that, you know? But someone you date or someone you like shouldn't be the center of your life. You should invite them in your life. You shouldn't make your happiness depend on them, because if you make your happiness depend on whether they answer you, on whether they check up on you, on whether they make you smile, on whether they ask you how are you, then you will be in trouble. You have to understand that people are not robots. Everyone has bad days, everyone has thoughts, everyone has feelings. If someone doesn't feel the same way about you, then you cannot force them. Love is supposed to be a freedom of choice, not an obligation. So that's all I want to say about love. Dating is exhausting because most of us depend on other people in order for them to make us happy, and that shouldn't be the case. You should make yourself happy. You should make your life richer. You should you should read books. You should learn skills. You should socialize. You should connect with your loved ones. You should improve your fitness or health. That way your life becomes richer. When someone comes into your life, they come in because your life is already bigger. That person is just a tiny fraction of your life. Even if they leave, yes, it will hurt, since maybe you love them deeply or you care about them. Let's say they end the relationship, they say I don't see where this is going. Yes, it will hurt, because you're not a robot. You are a person, you're a human being with feelings. Yes, it will hurt. Probably for a few days, then yes, they leave, and yeah, they leave. But since your life is richer, since you have other people to connect with, since you have hobbies, since you have skills and interests, since you have a job or a purpose, then if they leave, after a few weeks since you've been hurt, you can return to your life and say, I'm fine, I can live again. Yes, I care deeply about her, but she doesn't determine my whole existence. That's the point where I really wanted to get to. Someone shouldn't determine your worth. That's why they say know your worth. As long as you can breathe, as long as you are alive, you are worthy. Not that achievements don't matter, they matter. You have to be ambitious in life, you have to chase after some things. But as long as you are alive, you are worthy. As long as you can think, you can feel, you are worthy. There's no one who can tell you that you are not worthy. As long as you are a human being who lives on earth, trust me, you are worthy. Because there are people in hospitals who will give everything to have the life you have right now. Trust me, I've seen it all. There are people in hospitals who are crying in their deathbeds who will give everything to have the life you have right now. So as long as you are alive, you are worthy. So don't make someone, whether they reject you or whether they leave you, don't make them determine your existence, please, because that's why you'll always be desperate when it comes to dating. You'll always ask yourself, why does that? Am I wrong? Is something wrong with me? Am I unlovable? No, there's nothing wrong with you. It's just that the way you perceive love, you perceive it as a need in life. Love is just a want in life. The only thing that you have to do is love yourself and know your worth. Know your worth, be ambitious, make your life richer, as I've said. Chase things, be ambitious, but never ever make someone determine your existence. Never. And there's also another point that I want to say is that there are lots of people in this world. We are over 8 billion people, and yes, someone might break your heart. You might love them deeply, etc. But you will meet someone. You will meet someone. You will, trust me, you will. I speak from experience. I've been rejected over like 12 times by beautiful girls that I found attractive. And still to this day, I see a lot of beautiful women. When I walk out on the streets, I see them. There are a lot of beautiful women. I speak this. I'm sure I'm not the only one to tell you this. And there are a lot of handsome men, you know, if any women are watching this. But you should make someone determine your existence. And yes, you might care about someone deeply, you might love them deeply, you know, but if they leave you, don't always go after them, say, please come to my life. Just make your life richer, and you will find someone when it's the right time. I don't know if you guys ever watched the movie 500 Days of Summer. You know, at the end, Tom met Autumn. You want to know why he met Autumn? Because it was at the right place, in the right time. If Tom was always going to be depressed, always think about summer, this and that, he was never going to meet Autumn. But he made his life richer. He focused on his work. He cleaned himself, as you saw. He thought about himself more. That way, he made his life richer. And when he went to that job interview, he met Autumn. He met Autumn. He was at the right place at the right time. So you will never find someone if you always think about them. I mean, if you are always desperate and if you are always needy when it comes to love, if you don't know your worth, if you don't know what your purpose is, if you don't know what to do, if only you think about is them, and the only thing that makes them happy is when they give you attention, and when you receive their text, you will never meet someone, trust me. And even if you do meet them, that relationship is gonna hurt your heart, trust me. When they leave, you're gonna get deeply heartbroken. So that's why this dating is exhausting. Most of us make other people the center of our lives. We don't make them an invitation of our lives. We make them the number one fan, while they should be just a spectator. Your number one fans should be your family, your friends, you know, stuff that you really love, not a person who can leave at any time. Because feelings change. Feelings change. Love is about commitment, trust, decision, values, and personality. You know, love is not about feelings. Love is not about feelings. Feelings change. You know, how you feel about someone right now won't be the same how you feel about them next year. Feelings change. So dating is exhausting for you because you always make someone the center of your life. Never make someone the center of your life. Make them just a tiny dot, a tiny fraction of your life. That way, you will have a richer life, not in terms of money, but in terms of maturity, you know, and you will have just a life bigger than them. There won't be the whole picture, there won't be the whole story. There'll just be a single chapter. And if they do love you, and if they do want to commit to a long-term relationship, that's okay. Let things work out as they are. Grow with them, support them, care about them, but remember, never ever make someone the center of your life, because that way dating will always be exhausting for you. Thank you. Please like and subscribe for more.